back to the Suitest Solvers.
So my name is Sinclair, and this is my sweet mate Lisa. We are running a series in which we discuss murder mysteries and conspiracies and try to get to the bottom of what really happened.
In this week's episode, we're going to discuss the top 3 most sickening Christmas killings that'll make you lose your holiday cheer.
First, we have the Covina Massacre, a grisly scene that took place on Christmas Eve of 2008 in a Los Angeles suburb.
Dressed in a Santa costume, Bruce Jeffrey Pardo showed up at a holiday party uninvited and opened fire on his ex-wife along with 25 of her guests, including an 8-year-old who opened the door for him. His weapon of choice? A homemade flamethrower.
Pardo's divorce was just finalized a week before, which is speculated to be the potential trigger of this whole ordeal. He shortly took his life after the attack, but not before starting a fire that consumed the entire house. It took about 2 hours for 80 firefighters to extinguish the scene, and bodies only could really be identified using dental records.
Our next story involves another murderous Santa. This one goes by the name of Aziz Yazdanpana. He entered the home of his estranged wife in Dallas, Texas on Christmas of 2011, shortly after the family had finished opening gifts, and then he began opening fire on them.
In total, Yazdanpana had murdered 6 people, including his wife and 2 children, before killing himself. Evidence seemed to show that he attempted to frame his brother-in-law with fingerprints on the guns.
Yazdanpana was dealing in marital and financial issues, so that is likely what was his motive in order to commit such a horrible crime. And during Christmas, it was probably a last-minute decision when his mind had spiraled into these feelings of stress, anger, and frustration.
Finally, we have the Lawson family murders, where tobacco farmer Charlie Lawson killed his wife and all but one of his 7 children at his Germantown, North Carolina home on Christmas Day of 1929.
After going hunting with his eldest son, Arthur, Lawson hid out by the barn and violently murdered 2 of his daughters, killed his wife on the porch, and went to hunt down the oldest daughter and 2 youngest sons who were hiding inside. After his rampage, he went into the woods and killed himself.
The only survivor left was 16-year-old Arthur, who was out in the town shopping for more ammunition after the morning hunt, all while the madness was unfolding back home. Now, what makes someone why is it family? And why that?
Well, psychological analysts have speculated that reasons why a lot of these crimes committed around Christmas time involve family and stuff like that is because the holiday season symbolizes a time to be with your loved ones and be happy, and these people that feel like they're not happy with themselves or with their family life, they act out, they blame the family.
Mm-hmm. And I feel I also read that it was repressed anger and hostility, and sometimes people's loved ones pass away, so it's if I can't have a good family gathering, neither can y'all.
But these were immediate families,
right?
Oh, our marriage didn't work out, so I'm just gonna dang.
It sucks that wife and
it sucks that they bring the kids into it.
And the 25 other guests. I'm just trying to know,
Yeah.
And
you went through all that effort to make a flamethrower.
Yeah. And can you believe that the 8-year-old opened the door?
That's crazy.
Without the 8-year-old, you wouldn't be letting the door. And
That's why you tell your kids don't open the door
exactly.
for a stranger. I don't think that 8-year-old.
That's victim blaming. But listen.
Victim blaming.
Listen, it was it's an 8-year-old child at the end of the day,
Yeah, I probably would have opened the door, and I'm 20, so. Yeah.
It sucks.
It does
it
suck.
really
It's
sucks.
just one of those eerie facts that you hear about.
Yeah.
In other awful events or scenarios where it's oh, I almost went in that building that day before.
Right?
Yeah.
Or those things where people like if they get shot or something, it's like if it was this much closer to the something vertebrae.
Or like the school shooting victims, like they were like, dang, I was out sick that day. Like you just almost dodged it. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. That's why my mom doesn't really like me going to sleepovers.
Oh really?
It's like, yeah, because like people are weird, and it's like if anything does happen. That's why you always trust your gut, though. This has nothing to really do with anything, but like always trust your gut.
No, yeah.
Don't get FOMO. Like there's gonna be other Christmas parties. There's gonna be other sleepovers. There's other things, other functions to go to.
Yeah.
Just not this one.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So what do you have planned for this holiday season?
What do I have planned? Christmas, gifts, family. Having some family fly in, very excited. I never get like gifts for Christmas. It's always just my immediate family. But now I have like some extended family coming, so I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm going to stay home, and I think my family's coming.
That's exciting.
And I was about to air out my family just on this TV, and no, I can't do that. No.
Have you ever traveled for the holidays, like for Christmas? You've traveled for Christmas?
No, I did not even say anything. No, I've never traveled. Actually, no, I went to my aunt's house when she lived in New York, and no. But I'm really excited for the gifts that I'm gonna get.
Me too.
I don't like that I know pretty much everything I'm gonna get.
I don't know anything I'm gonna get, so I'm very excited.
I asked my family for a Switch, and I low-key kind of regret it because the thing with me is that I'm fixated on one thing for like 2 weeks, and then I don't care about it. And I'd hate for them to spend like $200 on something I'll be fixated for.
No, you'll
2
be
weeks.
fixated on it for a while, and then like you might quit it for a bit, and then you might get fixated on it again for a
Yeah,
while.
that's how it is with my Xbox. But that's only because like if I can't beat like Call of Duty, if I can't beat a level, then I'm like, I'm not gonna play this for a good year. And I have to, for that year I'll regroup and then go back to it. I still can't beat it.
Reconvene.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't play the game for a while, you come back and you're like way better at it than you ever were.
Right?
That was me with Mario Kart.
Mario.
I got like incredibly good at Mario Kart.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your go-to Mario Kart character?
Mario.
I like Rosalina, or like any of the princesses. I always use a motorcycle.
Moto. Okay.
Moto.
Well, that's one mystery solved.
Join us next time to solve our next crime. Safe travels and happy holidays.